move on to Jacksonville then. So we got the Jaggy Poos, who have not done shit in a long time. But I did watch Trevor Lawrence yesterday say that, we are ready. We're ready to get back to some winning around here. Is what he says.
They hadn't won consistently since Gardner Minshew fucking took the reins.
Is Gardner still?
That wasn't even consistent.
And that wasn't even consistent. And they only won. Everybody, I think, misremembers how Gardner Minshew only won. I think that team won like 4 games maybe that year.
You're talking
the allure
about
of the mustache.
We're talking about Gardner didn't take a shit throughout the entire training camp because he is not number 2 Minshew. Like that Gardner Minshew, and he couldn't even win in the system. But
let's get into this team because I got some. Insight on this.
So we're coming to the Jags. I saw today was media day. I forget what player they asked today about it, but they were saying they basically asked, what's the difference between last year Urban Meyer, this year Doug Peterson? And they said the guy laughed. I forget. I wonder. I'll have to look up after this, but he laughed and was like, "It's a professional locker room again." He goes, "He is talking to us like adults, and we feel like we're in a professional setting again." And like that could do. It's one of those things where, like, even if you're not the greatest football team, when you've got a guy like Urban Meyer who just brings your whole morale down to like an all-time low, when you get somebody who comes in there and just like gives you that boost in the ass and that shot in the ass, like you don't know what that could do for you. You got a lot of young guys, like we talked about earlier, Travis Etienne, who missed all last year, James Robinson, who's an undrafted stud, they're the same age. James Robinson's been in the league 2-3 years.
2 years, yeah.
2 years.
And Snoop Connor is a really great fucking running back.
Snoop Connor, too. Yeah, great running back 3. This is a team that I do think. I mean, and you go down here, they fucked up the whole wide receiver market, giving Christian Kirk $700 million and just ruining football. But altogether, Kirk, Marvin Jones, Laviska Shenault gave me that bomb pussy ahead of Laviska Shenault or
Zay Jones.
That was Zay Jones Conway line, but Zay Jones. Laquan Treadwell. I mean, Laquan Treadwell.
Even Jamal Agnew.
Those last 2 guys are guys you can kind of spread out and do different things with. This is a team that if you can get them motivated, Evan Ingram, who has just been a colossal letdown as far as like his career, but
I think
another guy with things to prove.
I think he could be the biggest benefactor of a change of system.
100%.
Because his rookie year, he was so fucking good, and he was a top 8 tight end, I think, and everybody thought he was going to be, the next good tight end, and it just didn't pan out because they had fucking limp dick over there throwing him the fucking ball, Daniel Jones. And then, I mean, Dan Arnold's a pretty serviceable tight end too. Guy
Absolutely.
came from Arizona Cardinals, played with them for the back half of last year. He's, new coach, new system, but like you guys were getting at, Doug Peterson, like the professionalism, all that, he is a really fucking good coach. Like,
great.
He's a player's coach.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he's the kind of guy that they should have fucking tried to hire in the first place. And
in a perfect world, he should still be in Philly. He got the short end of the stick over there.
Yeah.
He can get the most out of guys. I'm glad he's got another opportunity.
But
he's the one. I mean, he literally won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, who we just talked about. He is the reason. Him and Nick Foles willed themselves into that.
But the reason why this team is probably going to have double-digit losses this year is because they can't run the ball when they're down by 3 touchdowns.
Tom Coughlin's still running the show.
Yeah,
he's 107.
And their defense has a couple good guys in it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
You want to pop that over there and see
a little Popsky?
Because Josh Allen, not that Josh Allen, he's a pretty good defensive lineman.
But they are both at the top of their class. Like they are both Josh Allens are top tier. Josh Allen sacked Josh Allen 3 times last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 times.
And
yes, he did.
I mean, that's the thing too. People like we'll get into this probably in a couple weeks, but the AFC East, like the Buffalo Bills, like everybody's like they're going to be 15-2 this year. They're going to be 16-1 this year. I'm like, these guys lost 9-6 to the fucking Jaguars last year. Like anything can happen in the NFL. And if you don't think that like they're going to have a couple stinker games, you're out of your mind. Like,
right.
I forgot that they had Foye Oluokun.
Absolutely.
Really. They just picked him up, right? He was not there last year.
The defense isn't awful. They definitely need some defensive back
DBs.
help, some safeties. Yeah.
Aluakon's Ivy League guy. He went to Yale.
Yeah. How about that?
Yep.
I think that
A young linebacker core.
I really don't think that this team is as bad on paper as they were last year. I think Doug Peterson makes a huge difference. I think Trevor Lawrence can be a serviceable NFL quarterback. I don't know what I feel like grading them out is actually really difficult. Like if you had to guess what their record was going to be, I have a hard time thinking about it, honestly.
Yeah, so let's shoot on over.
Pop over. I mean,
they got
one.
week one. That's a good start.
I agree.
That's a good if they want to play anybody, it's the Commanders.
But then you got
very good.
You're going to start out 1-3, probably, maybe 2-2 if you.
They're not beating the Eagles, baby. Let's just.
Yeah, you hope not, right? I mean,
come on.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, Doug Peterson revenge game, fucking in Philly. Yeah,
way.
You know he's gonna want that bad though.
Dude,
they're gonna be playing. I'll say that.
Well, that's the thing, though.
AJ Brown's 152 tutties.
I don't think we can think of Trevor Lawrence like we did last year. I think
last year's a wash.
I think last year's a wash, and he had all the different coaches. I think this year, if he gets hot, I could see him make I want to see Trevor Lawrence throw 300 yards for more than one game. I want to see three games in a row, 320, 350 yards, and
get the feet moving,
get 2 or 3 touchdowns a game.
I have no problem. I have no problem with Jacksonville being competitive. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good for the league. It'd be cool. Like I said, they have got so much young guys that they just the head coach. I don't think the head coach change can be emphasized enough in this situation. Like some points, 100%. Sometimes I think it's always a big change. It's always a big move, whether it's for better or for worse. But this is clearly for the better because you can't get worse than what Urban Meyer was doing, and it's just one of those things where it's like you've got so many young, moldable players that you throw a legend, a professional like Doug Peterson, who's got a Super Bowl. He took a franchise that no one ever thought might get their ring. They've always been on the doorstep, never could get it. Finally gets them through the doorstep, beats Brady in a Super Bowl. He's going to get their respect. He's going to walk in there day one. I think this is a team that really, if you get them in the right direction, they could make some noise. I think if you get them
with Doug Peterson, who is a quarterback, he was a very good backup quarterback in his long career. This is huge for Trevor Lawrence because he's not a guy who's had his first 2-3 years wasted on different head coaches and different strategies and different schemes. Second year guy coming in, he's got a guy like Doug Peterson to mold him while the clay's still fresh. So this is, if anyone's going to benefit, it's going to be Lawrence.
So before all of his confidence is completely fucking out of his body.
Before he's shot.
Urban Meyer was like, dude, you should have been a fucking tight end. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have never played quarterback. Trevor's like, what do you mean?
Urban, you should have kept your fingers out of the tight ends, big boy.
Yeah, or in one tight end, and that was your wife's, and it wasn't. It was college girls at a bar underneath pictures of your wife. Just what a fucking weirdo.
First year head coach in a fairly tough division with depth problems on the defensive side of things. 500 record, but with a high upside.
Absolutely.
I see them as a 6-11 team next year.
Really? That low, huh?
What did they win last year? 2 games? That'd be a great improvement for them.
I don't think with that talent that 500 is not. It's not unreasonable.
It's definitely achievable. I agree with you.
I think that's the high end of their season. Though.
Right. I think if
that's
you were,
the
ceiling I think is 500. I think, I do think 6-11 is reasonable as well too. I think we can all 4 of us can agree that, 2 is probably not going to happen. I think we're going to get more than 2. I think Jacksonville's going to win more than 2 this year.
Just a quick little tidbit.
Yeah.
The last time I can remember a coaching change that was this drastic was for the Cleveland Browns. Signing Kevin Stefanski.
Oh, I was like, which time?
Yeah, I was going to say, wow.
Touche.
Yeah, you can't just throw that out there, bud.
That's like Romeo Cornell?
Oh yeah, that's like saying that time when Cleveland got a new quarterback, and everybody's like, wait, which 25 fucking times are you talking about?
Freddie Kitchens was going to take us to the Super Bowl.
But
Freddie Kitchens is a fucking mental patient.
Freddie Kitchens, but nobody is worse than Hugh Jackson. So,
or Jeff Fisher. I don't know. Jeff Fisher is always like bottom tier for me.
Hugh Jackson.
Don't you ever talk shit about Jeff Fisher on this?